Bleach more failed than like a Hollywood actress?
Whoa.
What
What?
did you just say?
We're in a Botox.
Wow.
Come on, dude. Plastic surgery.
I'm going home.
Jeez.
Hey, everybody.
I'm okay, recording.
Welcome to another episode of Reincarnated as a Podcaster. We are your hosts, the Ed Boy, the Bob, the Forrest,
Back in that game with their shit takes.
with Michael
Michael,
here
Roomiak.
again.
back
The
in it again
Roomiak.
Yeah.
with his
The
shit
Roomiak.
takes.
This might be the worst takes we'll ever have.
Oh, God.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
This is going to be
so-
Cyberpunk Part 2, basically. That's how I feel this episode's going to go.
I'm totally okay with that. We're talking about last season's anime right as this next one starts. We're going to talk about the summer
I watched that too.
and whether it was great or not.
No, I think this might be our best season yet.
Amazing
Sure.
season.
Yep.
Amazing.
Like
10
if
out
we're
of
going
10.
from like 2022, comparing it to like 1910, yeah, this might be the best anime season yet.
I don't know, man. You're competing against Astro Boy there. Just kidding.
Now I'm curious what anime was airing in 1910. Let me see if my
I don't
anime
think there
can
was
do
an
that.
anime.
I don't
No,
think there was
it
anything.
only goes to 1940.
See,
When was
that means
when
it's
was
the
Astro
best
Boy?
anime season of 1910.
Astro
40s,
Boy.
50s.
'Cause that's super
Boy.
old.
Yeah, I think it's it's not the oldest, but
It's one of them.
he's
Not
looking it up.
old.
Why does it give me 2009? I don't want 2009.
Oh, so
No,
it's
because
Astro
that was the
Boy
new
was
one.
released in 1963.
Oh, 60s. Okay, that's
Wow,
what it
someone
was.
unplugged my phone.
that seems like
What
an
else
Eddie
is-
move.
What else was
Maybe
airing in
that tight lighting.
1963? Astro Boy, Gladiator.
I don't know. I don't know if I want
Man.
to move over there to refix it right now.
Hermit
Let's go
Village,
fix it.
the man and the dog and the woman.
Unplug the bottom one. Thank you.
I was going to keep on listening
Plug the
80s,
thing over
60s
here.
anime.
Yeah.
Orochi, the 8-headed dragon.
When was
What?
the other one by the Astro Boy one? The one Lion King copied.
Oh,
the
lion.
white.
Yeah, lion.
Kimbo the White Lion or
Yeah,
something.
that
like
one.
I
Kimba.
was just going to type in
Yeah, I
Lion
see
King
you.
anime.
I don't remember. I don't remember the name. It's something.
I
like
know you
that, though.
did, but I don't want to type in that name. It's
Anyway.
easier for me to write anime Lion King. Wow, 1954.
Oh, yeah.
It's recent.
Yeah, just as I was saying, like this season's better than 1910's anime.
Hell yeah. I mean,
else-
that's not
what
a
else
that's
are
not a
there?
high bar to clear
No,
because you're just saying
Five
it's
are
better than
anime
nothing.
released during this time. 4 have pictures.
Cool.
Beautiful.
we've gone down a rabbit hole. Let's get the fuck out of this shitty rabbit hole.
All right, the season.
Okay.
The season. We're talking about the season. We're talking about standouts. What'd you guys watch?
Standouts. Now we're talking about garbage first. We're not gonna give them the good shit.
Can we just
Okay,
go
right,
straight
right. Garbage
to Rent a
first.
Roll it out
Girlfriend?
the-
For the
What
love
did
of
you
God.
guys watch?
Rent a girlfriend. That's what he's.
Rent a Girlfriend? Holy, oh,
The dumpster fire.
I forgot there was a
Yeah.
season 2.
Yep.
Oh, God.
oh God, it hurts so bad.
Why was it bad?
How garbage was it?
It was so like the first season was like garbage. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I enjoyed the trash fire. It was fun, and it was fun watching this trash fire. This one, it's like making fun of the handicapped kid. Then you go on too long, and you just can't make fun of them anymore because now it's getting kind of sad.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of fucked. I was
Like
gonna
I'm trying
say- I
to.
thought
It's just like it's just so sad to watch it now.
I thought you were gonna say like it was a dumpster fire and then the dumpster fire spilled over.
Like it's
And
not
then
an
you-
enjoyable dumpster fire anymore. I'm just like just not enjoying
The
watching
fire
it.
got out of control.
Yeah,
He's like, oh shit.
It's not fun anymore. It's just tragic.
Yeah.
It's just like so shitty of what some of these characters are doing and
The-
how
the
the show's
dumpster-
portraying some of
the
them. I'm just
dumpster
like, what the heck?
melted. What's second
Like,
season
the-
about?
Like
It's-
the second season is just them being shitty characters with each other. Honestly, like the blonde hair girl. I love how in the anime, like the opening, they're like, "Oh, she's part of the crew. She's so cutesy," and their whole show, she's trying to like make the main protagonist's life like horrible.
Hey man, the way I see it is is a post I saw, right? And it's just
Okay.
like, mommy is only the villain if you think the main character deserves to be happy. And I,
Yeah.
for one, don't believe he does.
He deserves to be happy.
I'm
Everyone
just
does.
like I'm not
Not
disagreeing
him.
with that. He does not. He is making every horrible decision possible. All of them are.
So you know what? I'm rooting for the blonde girl.
Oh God! By now,
She
just so the
knows
show
he's
can
a
end.
scumbag. She knows he's a scumbag.
See, and that's the thing, right? It's like I can't remember who said it's probably Gigak who said it, right? It's like the one show where you're like rooting for best girl not to win.
Yeah, you're right. I totally forgot he said that.
You know,
Because
This is
like,
what it is.
like the short hair girl, like he cheats on. It's just like so ridiculous. This show's so. I don't even know where to start because it's been so long since I watched it. Now all the memories are coming back.
You know, it's
Ugh.
funny. You know, it's funny. It's funny when you see like shows like this, right? Because a thing that it reminds me of, at least in premise, not so much in execution, because I actually like the execution of the show. You ever watch Scum's Wish?
Yes,
I like
I
that
love
show,
Scum's
though.
Wish.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, so the premise is similar in the idea of you're just gonna watch scummy people do scummy things, but Scum's Wish is just a lot better presented.
it's better characters.
It's just better
Yeah, it honestly is
in every way.
because like, it's just so weird because like one girl, like the blonde girl, she's just a total homewrecker in a
Yeah.
way, or she just wants to see
Homewrecker.
the world burn. The short hair girl is like, I'm going to make you be in a relationship with me, and I'm going to jeopardize everything that you like to be in a relationship with me.
Joyous.
And then the main girl, the main rent-a-girl,
Yeah.
she's just
She's toxic.
she's just toxic. And then we have the silent girl that pops in once in a while to go on a
pink-haired
cute
one?
date with him.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. It's like you have you have like this one girl that does nothing, that just goes on these dates with him, and then two other girls start trying to fight for him, and one girl's trying to ruin his life. It's just such a weird show.
Beautiful.
Well, of course, dude.
Beautiful.
Like this whole
Four
fucking.
out of
This season doesn't get to the pool, right?
No, it doesn't. And I don't want to watch next season of this. I don't want to watch a third season, but I've been hearing just so many bad things. I'm going to.
Oh no,
Dude, I mean, at this point, we've all seen the memes from the manga at this, at this stage. It's just,
Yeah.
it's just
You know what blows
nuclear
my mind?
holocaust is what it
'Cause
is.
I knew about first season. Like it was popular.
Yeah.
It's only rated like a 7.1.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like an 8. I'm like, you got season 2. It's got to be high up there.
No.
Fucking season 2 is right now at a 6.8.
You want to know?
So it's garbage.
You want to know what Rent a Girlfriend is? It's the
What?
equivalent of a TLC show
Oh.
that you
Oh,
just
God, yeah.
cannot. That you
Why
just
didn't
can't.
you watch this season?
Like you're just so.
Because I didn't like the first season.
But you love TLC garbage like
But this
that.
was like just too much garbage.
This is like this
That's
is
what
like
TLC
this is in 90 Day Fiance territory. That's what Rent a Girlfriend is.
Dude, 90 Day Fiancé is very better than Rent a Girlfriend.
Oh my god.
I will go on
but
record.
it's in that territory of just garbage television that you just can't look away from sometimes.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. You know what other disgusting show I watched?
What?
I didn't. It's
I did
my
it.
step sister is my ex or whatever.
Oh yeah.
My
Yeah.
stepmom's
Garbage.
daughter is my ex.
That
Yes.
one.
Have you? So you didn't watch it?
I stopped at episode 4.
How is it? I didn't even try. I
didn't
saw.
even
I just
Well,
looked
I
at
was
it,
a
and I'm
hopeful.
like,
I'm
no,
like,
I'm good for
baby.
tonight.
You want to know? You want to know how bad it is?
How bad?
I didn't finish the first volume of the light novel.
Oh no!
That's how bad it is.
Well, see, I
That
thought it
says
was,
something.
I thought it was gonna be juicy, and like the first episode was like, okay, it's getting a little bit juicy, and then it just didn't.
What's the cover? look like?
Bob's here going like I'm gonna go into this and I'm expecting Kiss X Sis, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
expecting out of this, and then that's not what it was.
Oh, that sucks.
It's
Ugh.
probably I don't know. Like it was just so it's just weird, dude.
6.8.
I can't quite put my finger why. I remember I started reading it before the show was announced, and just because I'm like, oh, this is different and it's not an isekai, so I decided I'd probably try to read it. And then like a couple chapters in, and I'm just like, I can't do it.
Holy shit.
I just can't.
I think people were saying that they like the dynamic between the two main characters,
Yeah.
because it's different from what you would assume it would happen, like what would happen.
Yes.
But I was expecting something to go down.
You were expecting spiciness.
Yeah, I was expecting
You're
the
expecting
dang nasty.
domestic girlfriend spiciness.
Yes, and it just didn't deliver.
Dude, this season sucks so much. There's only 4 shows that are above a 7.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
So everything is
I can think of. I can probably think of what they
You
are
should be able
too.
to think of all 4.
I only watched.
They're probably the only ones I
We'll talk
watched.
about it. I doubt it.
yes. I can guess.
Oh, there's probably one I missed, and I only
I know
probably
for
I
a
only started
fact
another.
you didn't watch that one.
I forgot to watch that
Wow,
one.
which, oh. The one that is locked behind the mouse.
That doesn't count
Oh, that one doesn't.
because that's
count.
second core.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
never mind.
that's not.
Yeah,
That's
never mind.
technically on
It's not
summer,
even on here,
I
yeah.
guess,
Oh,
which is
I don't know
weird.
if I watched anything from last season this season.
I did, just one show. You didn't watch Comey?
What?
Was Komi-san considered this season?
Was
That's
that this
not.
season? No,
That
it's
was
not.
last
That was last season.
It's last season.
I know you're behind
I watched
catching up
it this
on
season.
it.
You watched it this season, but I'm pretty sure it was last season.
Yeah, that was last season, buddy.
Like, I think we finished that.
Shit.
What other garbage did you guys watch?
I watched this show that's hard to say if it's anime or not. It's a Ruby.
Oh no! Don't get me started on this. No,
Well,
Oh,
it was made by.
It's done by Shaft.
So it is anime.
Are you sure?
it is an anime. I almost made a whole video about this show.
Dude,
I
I'm
decided not to.
I'm so tilted by this season because it was like
Ugh.
so it covers the smallest of small arcs in the show that they did because it was like they show all the characters going to school.
Yeah.
They like super speed like some really important information.
It shows volume 1. Okay, like I said, I hold script. Volume 1 is about 3 hours, I think, or about an hour and a half. One of those numbers.
Okay.
And they condense volume 1 into an hour, basically.
Wow.
And then the rest of it is such a small arc that doesn't even like pop up in the show more than maybe 15, 20 minutes.
The whole
Made it for
show is 12
9
episodes. The first 3 episodes are recaps of volume 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it leaves 12 episodes for original story, and the last episode is kind of like a gateway to volume 2.
Yep.
Interesting.
I didn't even like the arc that they chose
How's an arc 15 minutes?
because it's like all hand animated or it's like indie animation.
Oh.
It's
Oh man, it was like some of the animation in Ice Kingdom was just not good.
No.
It was.
Interesting.
I saw a review. They noticed that like Yang's legs were cut off in a scene. It was like, what the heck?
So what you're telling me is Studio Shaft was just kind of phoning it in, and they didn't really care.
Honestly, it's so weird.
What-
Like they had some
what-
pretty cool animation, but
Yeah. What has
Man.
Shaft done
Ugh.
before this? Like, what's the
That's what I was
last
looking
thing
it up
they
right
did?
now.
they were doing Madoka Magica stuff. They were still doing that like
Oh,
side
that's
spin-off.
side story.
That stuff. Okay.
They had some other weird stuff though.
'Cause
Yeah,
I
the
know
last
forever-
thing was
Technically, the-
League of Nations, Air Force, Aviation Magic Band.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah. No fucking.
That was
clue.
that was something else that was airing during the summer apparently.
We're just doing random shit.
Weird.
Yeah, they're losing money because I guess they can't animate it anymore.
They lost all their staff too. What's the other big one now? Mappa.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that what
probably.
happened? Does that mean that I can't get my head tilts unless it's by Mappa now?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, they'll still give you the head tilt. It's
No,
just
no,
so
the head
shitty.
tilt is Shaft, right?
Okay,
So they
okay,
can't do
okay.
it in other animation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you're still all the good workers.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
They will pay you more.
So instead of doing like
$100.
the crazy tilt where it's like back showing tilting,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
just like half tilting, facing forward. They're like, yeah, here's your
Lame.
I think they only had like one half tilt
Gross.
in this show.
It was so
Gross.
bad. I was so pissed. I'd watch it every week, getting madder and madder.
It was
I'm like, what
such
the
a-
fuck? How could you
oh,
fuck up a
man.
show like this? It has a whole animation for it.
It's so insane. It's so insane how badly they messed up Ice Queendom. I am honestly shocked.
Wow.
It's rated 6.4.
That's. I mean, that's not something. You
That's
you
pretty
hear
garbage.
a name like Shaft, right? And you're like, oh fuck. At least
Yeah.
the animation should be good, even if the story's garbage, right? But nah, not even that.
I gave it a hard 5.
Yeah, I give it like a
I'm
4.
almost surprised they didn't do what they've done like in the previous when they do IPs like this, where it's just a monogatari with whatever the IP is as a skin.
Well, that's what. Well,
Like
I'm
how
surprised.
Fate Extra was.
Too. Like the whole thing is centered about entering people's dreams. Shaft, something that Shaft loves to do.
Yeah.
The issue is
And-
it already had like such a big like story arc. It's not like you can just take something random and put another layer over it.
Yeah.
You're trying to hide something. It's like, no, this thing's pretty popular already. Like, even though it's not an anime, a lot of people have seen it.
Oh, no.
You can't hide it. And that's they're like, hey, we'll hide it. And it's like just painting white paint over something that's like
they're trying to
blended
just
in a black
gesso
wall.
over it.
Yeah, you're just like, that's
Beautiful.
not working.
Absolutely beautiful.
Well,
I love it.
the main arc, like the main story of the arc, is like one of the main characters has like a story arc, but it's hard to do that. It's hard to like build a story arc with a side series. Like, it's just so hard to explain. It's hard
basically,
for Weiss to grow as a character in this arc, but not reflect in the main show.
Yeah. You also had to
And that's what they try
watch
to do.
the Rooster Teeth stuff before you could watch this to understand some of the fast forward. Because they recap stuff, but they recap it so fucking fast.
You know,
They go through fight scenes that are important.
so what you're telling me is that if you go into this blind, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, yeah, because there's certain scenes, like you meet this robot girl, Penny, in season 1.
Yeah.
She's like super, well, she becomes like one of the big friends, kind of important.
Okay.
They blow her off in about 5 minutes because she has like this major fight scene. You find out she's a robot.
Yeah.
And all you do is like she runs into her. Oh, hi, I'm Penny. And then it shows her with her like battle armor attack basically, and everything's burning. And then it passes it. And you're like, what happened? Where am I?
See, the guys that were in charge of adapting it, they're like, the show sucks ass. This isn't important. Blah 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 blah. But we just
Hit
gotta
the
do
story
it.
beat.
It's so
Summarize it,
weird.
yeah.
It's so weird that they decided to do like a recap for the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Because like in the first
Interesting.
3 episodes, they introduced like a new character that is a new Grim and everything that kind of sprinkle it. They sprinkle that in the recap
That's a
to
weird
make
choice.
It's just so weird. I just don't
I feel
understand
like
the decisions on this.
I feel like, you know, let's say right. Let's say you want to focus on an arc from like a specific arc. Maybe it's not that big, right? And you're doing it from an IP that's already super popular and super big and a lot of people know. I don't understand why not just do the arc and just have that be the show.
Which makes sense.
You know, and like even I understand maybe it doesn't cover as much as you want and everything, but just like I don't see a need to like recap something that everybody knows. It's almost it's like the frustration I have every time like a certain like any superheroes rebooted.
Yeah.
And they always have like the need to be
I gotta
like
see Batman's family die for the 15th time,
exactly,
please.
exactly.
That's
right?
why the Batman was such a good movie.
Exactly. And so I feel like, you know, some of these characters and some of these ideas are already like so well established that you're like, if you want to tell a story that's in it, just do it.
Yeah.
Just tell the story. And if anybody's really curious, they might just go watch the other thing and they'll have that, right?
Well, the issue is like I'd argue Ruby, like it's not great like the original stuff.
Oh yeah.
The writing was pretty good when Monty was alive, but then he died and they had, taken over. It changed a bit. It's not horrible, it's not great, but they basically took the best part of the show, it's just like the first few seasons, and just threw them out the window. And you're just like, oh.
So they
cool.
should have just redid,
They just
like frame by
just
frame.
redid the animation.
But better.
Yeah.
Maybe elongate certain
it's
fight
basically just
scenes.
2D animation from 3D animation.
Yeah. 'Cause there are
And
some
I would
great fight
argue that
scenes.
I actually rewatched a little bit of Ruby, and I liked the 3D animation a little bit more, in my opinion.
They
Like
have
the
to
2D
shit
was
on Shaft.
good, but there's like so much soul in that 3D animation from
But
that first season.
you like the newer seasons of Ruby, right? Not the original.
I actually watched. I stopped watching Ruby, and after watching this, I was like, I'm going to catch up on it, and it's not that bad. I actually kind of enjoyed it. So that's
great.
what I guess Ice
That's
Queen
actually
got me
great.
back into Ruby again, which is nice.
Hell yeah.
It's basically a long trailer for it to rewatch.
Honestly,
the
it was.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Well,
what
anybody
else-
else got
what
something
else-
else?
what else
Well,
you guys
shit,
fucking watch?
I didn't watch any more shit.
I got one more shit show. You got any more shit shows over there?
I honestly don't think I do.
Okay,
I
I'll
think
go
mostly
over-
it's all good stuff. I guess what was it? Licorice Recoil?
Oh no,
Licorice
no.
Pizza?
We're gonna put
Yeah,
that in
Licorice
shit
Pizza.
tier show.
What?
I wouldn't say shit. It was
It's pretty
alright.
mid.
What?
It was mid.
Yeah, it was mid.
Dude, it was like an
It was
8.
mid.
It wasn't none of Yuri, dude.
Yeah, I can see that.
But there was a lot of
Mid.
fucking action.
Yeah, but that
There's
ain't carry the
there's still
show.
action, but-
It's John Wick the anime.
You saying John Wick's not good?
I love John Wick.
That's the fucking same
There's
shit.
a-
No,
Say
it's
John
not
Wick.
the same thing.
It's John Wick
John
the
Wick
anime.
is not cute.
Oh, so so you just don't like cute stuff is the issue.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It's like if John Wick was a girl, I'd hate the movie. It would be a 2.
I don't know, man. Atomic Blonde's a good movie.
Tom Blonde's a good movie. I was thinking also like
I do
Kill
agree
Bill.
with that.
Kill Bill's also
I
a
like
good
Kill
movie.
Bill. Yeah.
It's anime characters. He's like, fuck 'em. I love that show. That's a,
I like
What'd you
the
like?
second
What'd
half
you like
of the
about
show
it
more.
before we start getting into things I don't like about it?
I mean, Licorice Recoil is probably one of the few shows I watched this season. And I mean, it's just like, I mean, as Forrest, I do have a soft spot for the cute girls doing cute things, even though this is not a cute thing.
Wow, it was so cute. I love
That's what I
murder.
like about it. It was cute girls doing non-cute things. They're like, oh, we're just doing this and having fun with it.
And I mean, for me, it was like, it's that show I can shut my brain off to and just enjoy like the mayhem. And that's more for me. It was entertaining, right?
I like the fight scene.
yeah.
Pretty cool.
You know what it kind of reminds me of a little bit. I mean, we might talk about this in the future, but it's like that same like Bullet Train kind of vibish kind of thing, where it's just
I can see
mindless,
that.
crazy action,
Yeah.
and that's all it is.
There's an anime that had girls in the same. Was it Gunslinger? No, that's an old anime.
That is an old one,
Gunslinger Girl.
Girl, maybe.
and that was the thing with this show, right? It's like it was just fun. I just found it fun. It was just fun.
It was just kind of there.
Yeah, and then Yuri's Love, Yuri's Life.
Now
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
reconfirmed. Okay,
I found it.
kinda.
Yeah, and I mean, and
found the
that's always
show.
great. I always love that. And so, I mean, as far as the show this season, I mean, for me, it's up there. I didn't watch that many this season, so obviously, that's not a very high bar to clear.
Because I watched the first episode when it came out,
Yeah.
and I was kind of like, it's okay, right? They didn't really catch my attention, but then people online were like, dude, this is so good. This is the best show this season. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
And then I was disappointed. This wasn't the best thing I've ever seen.
No, because obviously there's another show that was best of the season. But
Whoa.
It's technically not even this season.
I don't know,
where
maybe.
it goes on there.
Who knows?
I know, right?
It's just not here.
it's adjacent.
There's a reason why I'm recording from here and not there because I worry about my well-being about that show. But not later.
But yeah, I thought that show was mid.
I thought the show was great.
I
had so much fun
I
with
liked
it.
it.
What'd you hate about it?
Yeah, it was all right.
You shit on it. That's the point.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think about what I even liked and disliked about it. It was just
I
it's
didn't
just so
like the
there.
characters.
It's just their show. It's weird.
I tried so hard to like the main girl, and I just couldn't like her.
It was a pretty
you
there
didn't like
show.
her?
that
I didn't like
that
her.
I
Yeah,
watched
like
parts
Happy
of.
Attitude. What?
Engage Kiss.
Oh, you watched Engage Kiss?
No, I watched parts of it because I saw
Oh,
memes
because
and I
it's
wanted to see
porn?
the memes.
Were they good memes?
It's just porn.
Yeah.
Oh, you son
I
of
didn't
a
see
bitch.
any memes. Wait, now I just want to watch
It
this
wasn't-
trailer
there's
really
no
quickly.
meme.
There's no memes. There's just
It's
like,
just he was on
Oh my god! I'm
r/hentai.
just watching the trailer. I can see what the memes will come from.
Listen, I don't know if
It
watching
was
porn's
up there
kind
on
of
the weekly ranks.
Well, of course.
yeah, because that was also a dumpster fire people were watching because it's a sexy show.
It's like
It was like you know what it was like. Was that this season?
No, it was a couple
the
seasons
that was
ago.
the harem in the dungeon, like
Yeah.
that one.
That was this.
no.
That was the
That was-
season. That was the season.
That was this season.
Was it the
That was
season?
the season.
Yeah.
Dungeon?
Okay,
Yeah.
I watched parts of that one too, but that one's because it's basically I'm not a hentai, but I'm a hentai.
I was
Yeah.
gonna watch it because of that reason, and then people were like, "Dude, not even worth it. There's
No,
not,
it's
there's
not.
not enough hentai."
It's not.
I'm like, "Fuck."
It's not.
So I didn't watch it.
God, this show, he has the same color scheme as Mafusi. What's his name? Shield Hero dude. Just green and that hairstyle. What the heck? Engage Kiss.
I mean, I feel like that's a pretty just
The heck?
generic anime MC
I
kind
gotta
of
give
look.
it all-
you
yeah.
know?
it's like
Male
the green
character
and his
blame.
hairstyle. It's just so like, what the heck?
That is a dumpster fire of a show as well.
Dude,
I mean, I think it's up there as far as like popularity, but like I said, I don't feel like this season that's like a high bar to clear.
I should have watched this one. This one actually seems really bad, and this one I should have just tried out to just enjoy the
Can
dumpster.
you watch
Ugh.
that? Okay, parts of it.
I watched parts
He's
of
like,
it.
I watched the highlight reels.
That's basically what I
Just
did.
that.
Because I mean, and because it would just come up, the clips would fucking come up on my YouTube for some reason. I'd be watching it like
For some reason,
and I'd be like, what the fuck is
What's
this
your history
show?
like, buddy?
Don't worry about it.
Wait, was that a show or a movie?
this one.
Dr. Stone.
That was a movie.
No, that
I don't
was
think
an
it was
OVA.
episodic.
It's an OVA.
OVA, yeah.
We watched that
it's on-
technically.
Oh yeah,
It's
we
on
did
Crunchyroll.
watch that.
Did you watch the OVA for Dr. Stone? Or have you
Yeah,
watched Dr.
I
Stone?
liked it. I liked it. I actually liked the OVA. It was pretty good.
I thought the OVA was actually really good. I'm not a big fan of Dr. Stone personally. Just go get it. I'm like, doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Like
I
I
had
don't think I have
fun with
anything
it.
bad to say about it. It was just kind of
It was just fun.
Yeah.
it was fun. It was a fun one. It was just kind of a fun little thing to set up for the next season.
Yeah, we watched it in AX, and I'm just like, I'm looking at our screen here, and it was on the thing, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot we watched this like 3 months ago. Or
It kind
more.
of sucks that you have to watch it, and people don't realize they have to watch it. They're going to be confused.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna start the next season. Who the fuck's this guy?
Why are they?
They have
in
a
the
hot air
water?
balloon.
That one didn't catch my attention when it came out.
Dr. Stone.
Yeah.
The show
It's
is
okay.
fun.
Well,
it's
I
not
mean-
like a show. It's a show.
If it tells you anything, the only thing I've seen of Dr. Stone was this OVA. So
I saw the first
What?
season.
It's just one of those dumb shows where it's like they can't do
I
that.
think-
oh
I
my
think-
god, they actually did that.
I think I watched a couple episodes because the premise is something I would enjoy theoretically. But then there's like something about like the mixture of the art style and the way it is and stuff that I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling this. I'm just not feeling this vibe right now.
Really? No, I enjoy it a lot. It's a favorite of mine.
But after watching the OVA, I'm like, I mean, this is fun. It's just a fun show. It just
Yeah, it's
doesn't
a-
like.
you just got to be ready for embrace it. Embrace
Yeah,
the
yeah.
craziness.
And that's fine, and I can get behind that. Like after watching this, I'm like, okay, maybe if I ever have the time, I go back and watch some stuff. But that's probably not going to happen. But
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah.
You know what other shit
I can
show
watch
I
from here.
watched?
What?
Classroom of the Elite 2.
I did not watch that.
We're all in the big games right now, man. I got all these shitty shows to talk about.
Oh shit!
We're like, let's talk about all the popular shit.
That's because we just
Fucking
reached the point where
monsters.
this is all what we've watched after
I
that.
haven't seen anything else.
Yeah.
I like the first
I like-
season of Classroom of the Elite a lot, and then the second season was kind of, except for like the last 3 episodes.
I don't remember the first season, and I decided not to watch the second season because of that. I just
I mean, I'm excited for season 3, but season 2 was pretty.
I think it's going to be a little bit before season 3.
Probably.
Next year.
Where the fuck does season two end?
And that's when it's that girl with the
because
blue hair.
season 1 started like 5 years ago, and I remember like sort of remembering it, but I don't remember
Yeah.
all of it. And I'm like, if I don't remember this damn show, I shouldn't even bother watching the second season.
Well, that's why when it said
kind of
season
my mindset
2,
now.
Yeah,
It blew my mind because I'm like, I don't remember the show ever coming out.
Oh, I watched it.
yeah.
I was
Yeah, I
like, oh,
watched
this
it
is
too.
fun.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember. Oh, I know why I remember everything now. Because like in the hype of season 2 coming out, everyone's like, this light novel is amazing. So then I read it all.
Yeah, that sounds about
And the
right.
light novel actually is really good. It's very good.
Huh.
And I heard, I mean, with the second season, because I watched parts of it, because I kind of wanted to see how they did certain things.
pacing issues.
Yeah, and that's what I heard a lot. And that's the problem with a show like this as well, where it's kind of in that weird cerebral territory,
Yeah.
where it's so much harder to show things that's easily written. Because you don't see the mindsets of all these people and the machinations. You only see like the results of them. And sometimes that's cool and sometimes that's fine, but I don't feel like it gives enough context for a lot of things. And especially when you don't like give, it's like a good mystery show, right? If you don't have the right buildup, the ending will always fall flat. And the
Yeah.
ending's what you need to go up.
Which
right?
makes sense, yeah.
And I feel like this season, Classroom of the Elite kind of has a little bit of that.
Felt a little rushed, like half
Yeah.
the show. It is like boom, 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 boom. Like,
Well,
what
they're
the
trying to
fuck?
get through so much stuff. They
Yeah.
went through so many books in this season. I was just like, holy fuck. they're just rapid firing through this shit.
It's like one episode a book.
And it's like
Oh,
no, it's about like two like 2 or 3. But
You asked me how
That's
15
still
minutes
quite
could
a
be an
bit.
arc.
yeah, no, and it's like, and this is a show because the books are long too.
Yeah.
Like, and like it's a kind of thing you have to stew in a little bit because that's just the type of
That's how it's written.
yeah, that's how it's written. And I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
The season was
I
okay.
didn't get it. Like,
This is the
what's
third most popular
big,
season.
his big brain play this season, and I'm just like, where is it?
I like how we're talking about the top 3 shows, basically. And we're like, yeah, they're shit.
You want to go to the next one?
No, I want to talk about something shit real
Okay,
quick
okay,
before
okay,
we go
go for it,
through
go for it,
like
go for
actual
it.
top
Yeah,
shit.
I think I have like one more shit show I need to talk about too.
Because we're like,
Because
yeah,
I was
these
gonna
top
I was
three
gonna
shows,
I was
let's
gonna go
shit
I was
on
gonna
them
go
real
to the
quick.
next season
no.
whatever that came
So I
out.
watched one called it's like Yuri the Code.
Uh-huh.
The animation's pretty interesting, I should say, because it's not like a normal like anime.
That was bootleg as fuck, dude.
Where is this show? I know I've been seeing it.
It's like really, it's
It's really hidden there, man. It's a deep cut.
YURIE. And so the animation's kind of interesting for what it is. Cause
Oh, it's
not
by
like,
Science Saru.
Yeah, it's not like a normal, you know.
I mean,
Oh, no,
I
I
just
see it, yeah.
I just
okay.
see Science Saru and I already know it's gonna be fucking weird.
But all this show is, it's like they say lovely a lot. Everything's about like, I guess credit, like hearts.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You know, the more hearts you have, the more popular or whatever. But the government's trying to like cover up shit. There's a monster that is stealing all your fucking hearts, and they like try to scrub it or something weird like that. I don't know. The
Did
show
they-
is like pretty mid at best.
It looks like a show for children.
That's a cool art style.
I love.
Well,
That's the only
it's-
reason
I
why I
mean, it's-
watched it, because
it-
the art style is really nice.
It's a Science Saru show, so you would think it's kind of. I mean, I don't think Science Saru does any show that looks
Normal.
like, normal.
Normal,
Yeah, because they're the people who do like all of Masaki Yusa's stuff.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So the only thing about like the main character, so there's like 2 planes in the world. Like
Yeah.
everyone can see the normal world with like a weird lens on, but she has like a fucked up eye, and she can see like things that are trying to hide in this world and stuff.
She's the one.
She's Neo.
She can see the
And
source
she
code
starts to fly at the end.
to Rage Against the Machine.
Yep.
She walks out of a phone booth, puts on the glasses on, and you just hear the dun dun.
But that's probably like one. It's not the lowest. I think Ruby was the lowest this season, but I put it at like a 6.
Oh,
It's-
okay,
it was one of those
It was
shows.
entertaining.
I'd put it on and then half pay attention because I'm like, the show's not like crazy.
Yeah.
And then there's only one other show I watched. I guess it's an OVA. Remember the bear, the Eldritch bear?
Oh yeah, the Eldritch horror that hides in a bear's
it's like a
costume.
claymation. You'll love it because it's claymation.
Yeah, that show.
And yeah, the season 2 of that, I put that also up.
I remember.
like a
I remember
7,
that. I
6.
remember the time that me and Forrest watched the first season of that, and I'm like, "There's a zipper on the back of the. There's something inside the bear. Why won't it show me what's inside
And
the
then
bear?"
the season ends and he's unzipping his back. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's the Eldritch horror inside the bear.
But yeah, season 2
It's
is just
like a
about.
fucking mimic you.
Yeah, season 2 is just about
Yeah.
he's at a fucking amusement park, I guess, and he meets this girl that wants to become a professional gamer.
I just remembered another show that was this season, which is never going to end now.
Yeah.
The
OG-san.
OG-san from Another World. I did start that one.
Rip that show, dude.
It was pretty funny too.
It ripped.
I was gonna watch
that show's
it, and
pretty
then you
great.
told me it's like
It's
in
fucked.
fucking
Yeah.
hell, and I'm like, well, not gonna watch it no more.
Because I started, I'm like, oh, this looks funny. Because it was one of the shows I kind of was looking forward to, just because the art style's weird, and
Yeah.
and I started watching. Like, this is great. Postponed indefinitely.
It's got like an 8.
Glorious.
Yeah, I hate that Netflix is like new episodes. I'm like,
But there's
"Bitch,
no
you
new
fucking
episodes."
liar.
yeah.
They put new episodes for like a month
Yeah,
after like the show
Uh-huh.
is actually new, because I had that issue with the Sandman. It's like new episodes. I click on it, nothing there. Click on
Oh,
it,
for the
nothing
one
there.
episode.
No,
Yeah.
but it just even said that. Oh, I guess it was for that one.
Yeah, it was
episode,
for the one episode.
And I just kept clicking on it. I'm like, "Where's the new shit? Fuck off! I've seen it."
But that was pretty funny. I, it was great until it
until it wasn't.
wasn't.
I'm happy I didn't start it, but I really wanted to watch it. But it's in hell.
Oh, look at that! I did watch a lot more than I thought I did.
Okay, who's got
2 other Netflix shows I could talk about.
Well, what's that?
Well, we do that at the end.
Katagani Twin.
Oh, what's
Oh, I
that?
guess 3. Now I'm thinking 3.
The Katayanagi
Forgot about
twins. I know the Katayanagi
Yeah.
twins.
I didn't watch that one.
It's meh.
Fucking Scott Pilgrim reference.
I don't know what he said. That's what I heard.
Kachanagi. I hate Japanese words. Freaking gambler show.
Gamor?
The Gambler. You know the
Gambler.
show?
Oh, yeah, season 2 of that, yes.
Kakeguri?
Kakeguri, yeah.
Kaganui, yeah, Kaganui Chuen.
Kata Yanagi.
I
Shut
haven't seen season 2. Did
I have
this
trouble
season?
with English words. Don't speak Japanese.
It's fine. We're all shit at it. Okay, just me.
I was just going to say the show's meh, whatever. Don't watch it.
Was it? Because I watched season 1 and I wanted to catch up on it, but I've been.
It
Just,
looks interesting.
Season 1 was
Season 1 was great.
it was an interesting experience.
The original series is fun. This one
Yeah.
is just kind of like,
Oh,
okay,
it's a
we're going to
spin-off.
follow the side characters before the main girl gets here.
Oh, weird.
And it's just kind of like, okay, cool.
I don't understand why they do
we
that.
get follow Mary. You know, the blonde girl Mary, the one who
Yeah.
makes the first antagonist that she faces.
Yeah,
It's about her.
Right. Oh. So it's like a spin-off almost?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
a
it's a
spin-off. Like I said, it's a
spin-off.
prequel.
Oh, gross.
What?
And it's just kind of like, okay, we all know what's going to happen at the end here.
There's a few big shows. we haven't talked
No
about,
one did. Anyone watch the dungeon? The
but Danmachi.
No.
Yeah, Danmachi.
I'm behind like
I dropped
three
that a while
seasons.
back.
I'm behind just this season because I finished the arc with the
With the-
Fox Girl.
Oh, so you're
Or am I two
you're
seasons
behind 2 seasons.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you're
Because
behind
then
quite a bit.
you have like the monster arc, which was season 3.
And that's when I
then-
dropped it. I dropped it during
Are
the
we on
monster
season
arc.
5?
I
no,
like-
we're on season 4.
Yeah, I know. That was season 3. So this is season 4. So
Yeah.
you watched season 2.
Was that 2?
That was
Only?
2.
Holy
In
crap.
season 2, where they end up in like a dungeon level and then a giant ape shows up and they beat him?
Yes.
Or is that season 1?
That's season.
1, my dude, I think.
Oh, well,
Yeah, I
that's
think
where I
there's
stopped.
maybe season 1. Oh my
That's
God.
season 1, my dude.
Oh, season 1, core 2? Shit, yeah, that's where I stopped.
Yeah.
Season 3 is. Crap, I try to forget.
I just forgot
I need
there's
to watch
also
the
that
trailers.
stupid.
I haven't seen the movie.
the
I need to
blonde
watch it
one and
again.
the
Well,
movies.
I mean, this is one of those ones where I read up to a certain point and like I watched parts of it. Yeah. But because I
Season
haven't
2
really.
is the one that he rescues the Fox girl. Season
Yes.
3
Yes.
is the one that he rescue all the monsters.
Yes.
Which one's
And
the
now this
Orion
one,
arc?
I don't know anything about because I didn't watch
That's
it.
just a
Right.
side
This arc's
arc.
pretty good. I like this arc a lot. Well, it was pretty hype when I went through it, but I mean, I'm not entirely sure how the animation and
It's
stuff is for
on.
it.
It's
but-
about a 7.7,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah,
up
it's
there.
okay.
Above average.
Yeah.
I think I would have liked it if I still was watching
Keeping up
anime
with
like
it.
when it came out, like
Oh,
this
of course,
kind of
of course.
anime.
Yeah,
It's
of
so
of course.
it's like too bland now, I guess.
No, that makes sense.
It's like everything else that comes out. It's just like
I'm just
the
like-
same shit, just season 4.
I played the gotcha
Again,
game.
it's just one of those shows
Stop
that's like
watching the
it's really
show.
good at what it does, but unfortunately, because it's been so long, other shows just do it better.
It's
Well,
true.
It's that. And I just think there's so much out there now.
Oh, of
It's
course.
It just gets
And it's
buried.
very similar.
Yeah.
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 Who
Yeah.
would have thought? Who would have thought the same type of scenario would end the same ways?
Another show I watched was Aoshi. I really like that show. That's my favorite this season.
The soccer one.
Soccer one.
Okay, I couldn't really get into that.
Really good.
That
that-
one, I was
was
like,
that
I get it. They're all good at soccer. Great.
Was that
Well,
12?
it's like your
was
sports show.
24.
You know, it's your standard
Yeah.
sports show.
But this
That's-
is like
yeah.
the top of the cream of the top.
You know,
with the crowd.
but
Yeah.
it's that same vibe, right? Like
Yeah.
you watch Kuroko, you watch Haikyuu,
Yeah.
you watch Slam
Yes.
Dunk.
Yeah, but it's like all the same at that point if you're just doing that to any
Slam
animes.
Dunk is different. That's an underdog story. This guy's not an underdog. Okay, kinda.
He's an underdog. They're all underdogs.
That's why you watch these shows. That's
Otherwise,
kinda what
he would
it
be
is.
winning every game, and he'd just be like,
Not true. They only won 2 games this season.
so they're ass, so they're underdogs.
And I bet you when we watch Blue Lock next season, it's going to be
You
something
mean
similar.
today after this episode?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna start that, and it's gonna feel the same.
You'd be like, crazy. This is my favorite one so far.
I mean, that's just what sports anime is, and that's why people like it. That's why
Yeah.
people enjoy it.
yeah.
It just is what it is.
That's why there's names to things like sports, shonen. It's the same
Well,
shit. It's just
but I
different
feel like,
fucking layers.
but I feel like with certain genres and stuff, you can break genre conventions a little easier. And for me,
Sure.
it's very well. You can.
Well, you
Doesn't
can-
mean they do.
I was about to say, you
but
can break any. I
yeah,
could also
can.
argue you can break sports
No,
ones
you can
easily, too.
obviously, but I feel like it's rarer for it to happen in that genre
Well, of course,
than in others.
Well, the issue, I feel like when you do sports, you can't mix other genres in as easily.
No, of course
It's
not.
like life, easy peasy. Romance, easy peasy.
I think the only sports show I've watched is the Aru no Sora. Like
If you
that
want to watch a
basketball
good one, I'd recommend
Yeah.
Kabaddi.
Ah,
it's the best sports
yes,
anime.
yes.
Oh, Kabaddi,
yes,
gosh,
yes.
that show.
Right, Bob? Best
Dude,
sports anime of
Kabaddi
all
was
time.
great. Dude, have you seen Kabaddi highlights?
Never forget Kabaddi.
Season 2 win.
I can only hope it's.
What else
gonna
did we
get
watch? Did you guys watch Overlord?
good. Yes.
Yes.
I haven't even seen the first season.
It's another one of the top 4.
I
like
be.
Overlord because how ridiculous it is. Okay,
course.
it's a fun show.
The only
It's great.
issue I've been hearing is that they skip a bit because
They did
they're going
weird
to add
shit.
a movie
Yeah,
in between.
and it makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
because-
really?
Why would you do
That's
that?
annoying.
Because
Well,
I think
'cause-
it's like episode 9, and then it's like, let's go to the
So
movie.
as a reader, right?
Okay.
Every season covers 3 books.
yeah.
That's just
Okay.
how they go. Okay. So this last season, they covered what they did is they did, I think it's like volumes, it's like 11 and 12 or like 12 and 13. I don't remember. And then they skipped 2 volumes and then they did the volume after that because the 2 volumes they skipped is a 2-parter and they're turning that into a film. The problem comes that when they adapt the volume that comes after that, it sometimes references and it hinges on some stuff that happens in the previous stuff. So it makes a really weird kind of dissonance because you're watching something and you're like, I feel like there's something missing here. I don't know what it is unless you read it,
Yeah.
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 but I feel like there's something missing here. So the pacing feels strange.
Is it weird
And-
that I didn't really feel like there was a missing part in the season?
I
then?
didn't
Like,
notice it
Is
either.
that bad?
Someone brought it up.
No, I mean it's fine. I mean, like I said, also it's kind of one of those things that I guess it's really apparent if you know what to look for.
Well, the only
So
reason
maybe it
why-
doesn't matter.
The only reason why I found out about it
Yeah.
was in the episode where Gundam Man comes in for the first time.
Uh-huh.
Gundam, man.
It's
I
legit
love
Gundam,
Gundam
Man.
Man.
Yeah.
He legit comes in and it's like towards the end of the episode, shit gets fucked up and he flies away. And I'm like, I'm gonna read the comments because it was like one of those where it has a lot of comments.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, oh, I want to see what people are saying. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And they're like, oh, what a shame they brought him in now. Blah blah blah. They missed this whole fucking arc. Blah blah blah. And then people are like, oh, it's gonna be a movie.
Yeah, because that's what it is. Because you have like the dwarf arc, right? That happens,
Yeah.
and then you're supposed to have. I can't remember what happens right after the dwarf arc, but you have something called the Holy Kingdom arc, which is what they're gonna make into the film, which happens like in between that,
Yep.
and it's this whole big old thing. And then you have the sacking of the Restes Kingdom, which was like volume 14 or something like that, which is where
Okay.
Gundam Man comes in.
Yeah.
I'll give season 4 this. I didn't feel like they skipped a whole arc. So
No, I didn't feel it.
Yeah.
yeah, they did that pretty well then.
It makes sense, I guess, after reading through the comments. That's the only reason why I found out. They're like, oh, I skipped this. I'm like, oh, interesting.
That's what I heard. Like because I was like watching bits of
Yeah.
it, like to see how they did things, and then I go to an episode. I'm like, they skipped 2 books, like 2 full books.
I would like to say something about the comments real quick. Comments on Crunchyroll are fucking disgusting.
Oh, they're horrible.
Straight
Don't ever read them.
disgusting.
I
God.
agree with that.
I went down, well, besides that episode, I went to the part where you meet the girl who likes the Shotokan type of character.
Oh yeah,
That's
Oh,
where
yeah.
the comments.
the priest,
Yeah, because she had the same facial expressions as Abeto.
as all of them.
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
Overlord
Yeah.
facial expression.
So I just scrolled down. 'Cause I'm like, yeah, I like her character. She's pretty funny. I scroll down, and it's like the first comments like, oh, fuck this chick. Everyone that likes her is gonna go. Like the FBI is gonna know who you are. And it's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? It's fucking anime.
It's like you understand the medium you are in, correct?
I'm like, you're watching the wrong shit, my dude.
Yeah, you're really watching the wrong stuff if you can't.
And
kind
I
of-
feel like Overlord is like it's just one of those offenders because Overlord
All
doesn't
anime is.
it doesn't care. It never cared. It's just like we're gonna go balls to the wall on how weird and crazy this fucking world is,
Oh yeah.
and that's
That's
just
all
what
part of the
Overlord
show.
is. Yeah,
That's why I
Don't
was
read
like,
Crunchyroll
I'm like,
comments.
why am I reading these comments?
But I did enjoy Overlord season 4. I was like, oh great,
Yeah.
It was a good
This is
season.
cool.
Yeah.
I think I gave it like an 8.
Yeah, it
Maybe
was fun.
I give it like an 8. Yeah, it's a fun show. It's
The
just
only
I
Crunchyroll
like it too
comments
much.
I like-
I just like how Ain's like, yes, I planned that all along.
Well,
Ha ha ha.
You know what's
His
so
usual
funny when
life.
you read it and you read it and you like the mental anguish this man goes through
oh yeah.
because he's like, I have to keep up this facade and I don't
Yeah.
know how I don't know how I do it. These people are gonna realize I'm stupid. How have they not realized I'm stupid
This
yet?
whole show.
Yep.
What were we gonna say about the comments, Bob?
All the comments in Crunchyroll that I like. It was a specific Muv-Love show.
Oh.
Okay.
Second season came out,
Oh, yeah.
and this dude was doing the Lord's work. He's like, yeah, so if you didn't play the games, this is what happens. And this is what this happens. And this is who this person is. Yeah, so anyway, I'm not going to spoil it, but this person's important. And then the next episode was like, yeah, so like I was saying. And then he just gives you the whole rundown.
This guy's going on a
What the
dissertation.
heck?
Of,
Yeah.
God.
It's like fucking footnotes in the episode. It's great.
Dude,
I'm
that's
like,
the best,
I read
dude.
it. I'm like, great. I don't
Like,
play
can
the
I
game.
follow this guy?
Yeah.
I want to see his comments.
Did you guys
What
watch
else is-
JoJo's?
No,
not.
I wanted to catch up, and this is probably the
Part
week I will.
3 was announced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's,
part
it's going to
3?
end this year, which is nice. Or it's going to be, the last season is going to start in December.
Wait, what?
I was hoping it was just gonna be a 2-arc thing, and then I'd catch up, and then
There's another one now.
Yep.
I guess I'll wait
There's gonna
again.
be 3.
me wait again until that's halfway done, and then I'll catch up.
Waiting
Yeah,
for
like the
Michael
last few episodes are gonna
Forrest
come out in December,
Cam
it sounds
JoJo
like.
episode.
Did
December or
anyone
something.
watch Shadow House? Because
No.
I know
No,
that
that's
was
a
kind
Cam
of
show.
up there.
That's that second season, so
Oh,
I didn't
was it?
watch it.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
a
get
show
into the
that
first season.
Cam liked the first season of.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I ran through Call of the Night.
Well, I love Call
I
of
started
Duty.
Call of the
All the
Night.
Night is interesting, man.
I like the first half, and then I didn't like.
I like the
second
second half.
Whoa!
I like the middle between both halves.
I did not like the first half that much. The second half grabbed me so hard.
When all the fucking other girls start showing up.
Yeah, I
That
picture,
too.
I picture Bob would have
Michael
loved
likes the
this
harem
show.
confirmed.
Because this is a show to me that, like, I don't know, it's got a kind of a shitty main character, and then it's got multiple
Oh
girls.
my god, his awkwardness, and he's just like incompetent.
He's a middle
character.
schooler.
Yeah.
He
What-
is.
I really wish this show wasn't about him. I really wish
No.
it wasn't.
I'm like,
so
dude,
weird.
this guy is so fucking awkward.
Before I get too far, if you love this show, we have stickers of the main girl in our Etsy shop.
Just in case.
Oh, I love the ED of the show. The ED of the show
No,
is amazing
so-
and horny. I love it.
So the opening and ending and all the music that I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
is done by
Yeah.
one of my favorite groups, Creepy Nuts.
Oh.
I just remember
Nuts.
I remember clicking on it. I'm like, I hear the voice. I'm like, I know that guy.
I know who this is.
I think this is their first anime, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. I just remember watching them before. I'm like, that's cool. But I don't know. I had a lot of fun with the show. Just the only issue I had was the main character.
Yeah,
I just thought he was kind of a
they-
bitch.
yeah,
God.
yeah.
I wish
But
it
then it-
wasn't. Yeah, he was so moody, and I wish it was just an adult. Maybe I don't know. It's weird for him to be a middle schooler in his
Like,
way.
at least high school or something.
I thought
Maybe
he
a
was
little
in
more.
high school.
See,
No, he's
but
middle
now-
school. He's like
I guess now
14
the
or not
show
14.
makes sense.
It's so weird. I don't know, man. It's just weird.
'Cause I like
I
every other
like the
character.
premise. I just wish he was a little older. I think I would like it a little more.
Yeah. Because every other character I liked a lot, though.
Yeah.
Like from
Yeah.
his childhood friend to the even the other vampires or the
I like the other
MILF
vampires,
lady
too.
that comes in
Yeah.
later.
I even like the
detective
one
lady.
random
Yes.
guy with glasses that finds out
His
the one
friend or the blonde haired one or the black.
black hair one.
Oh, the okay.
The other
He's-
dude.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Spoilers. He gets transformed.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
I like that guy.
wow.
Oh, my
Which he
God.
was the main character.
The blonde guy was pretty cool too. I liked.
Oh, his other asshole friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
kinda
you're
cool.
listening to all these characters in the second half here, buddy.
Yeah, because all the characters are in the second half. The only good
And that's why I like the
character,
second half so much.
the only good character in the first half is the fucking girl.
There was not enough sucky in the second half.
There was some sucky in the
They
second
sucked
half.
each other off every episode.
You know what's the weird thing when you think about like anime and like what they choose. Like I understand why they pick the protagonist they pick sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it
make-
too. Yeah.
It makes sense, but it's so funny because I was reading a book I have just talking about story structure and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things it says when you're outlining, it's like you go through all your characters, and the character that's the most interesting is the one you should make your main character.
Yeah.
Anime does not follow this rule.
No, never has.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't understand what that rule is about compelling storytelling.
They're like, we have everything else but main character. Who gives a shit?
Compelling stories in the West.
Yeah.
True.
Maybe that plays the opposite.
But the thing is, some of the best anime is because the main character is so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like the entire cast of Cowboy Bebop makes Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Samurai Champloo and all this stuff. I mean, it's not that only applies in a certain area. It's just,
Well, yeah.
I guess modern anime obviously is towards a certain demographic, and that's why they make it the way it is.
Yeah.
But it's just funny to me. That's the thing that is always interesting.
I say you can argue both theories
Yeah,
technically because story can also outplay the characters, and who gives a shit of the characters at that point.
Oh, that detective annoyed me.
I liked her a lot.
I didn't mind her.
Shit,
she was
I
okay.
think
She
that's
was
fine.
I
kind
liked
of
her.
just an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like, you want this vampire? I'm gonna fuck up your shit for no reason. You're like,
And then
okay.
she
She
killed
was
the guy.
like the great antagonist force that I really needed in that show, I think.
Well, I think there needed to be an antagonist in this show because, I don't know, because I can also have it without her in it and be fine.
I
Yeah.
needed another love interest.
There
But
was
for
like
me,
fucking
it
13.
got me really more interested in it.
That's
Of just
different.
like, because the whole thing's like, oh, I'm going to be a vampire. I'm going to be a vampire. It's going to be great. And slowly kind of realized maybe it isn't. And then she kind of just hammers that into him. It's like, do you really want to be a vampire? Is this something you really want to do and make the decision while you're this young?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
then
kind of
it
interesting.
was also like the rules of like, if you don't turn into a vampire in a year, I have to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, it's that, and like after a year of you first being bitten, you can't be turned anymore, which I thought that was cool too.
Yeah.
You know, this show.
In fact, she's like, "Oh, I forgot about that. Oops."
Yeah, sure, yes, that too. But no, it needs a paranormal investigator like the dude in fucking Invader Zim.
Oh God.
They're real. I'm telling
Tell me about the Coco Fang.
That was the detective.
No, it's the detective basically. As a certain
What do you know about the Coco Fang?
You're like, have you seen this man? And he's like, oh shit, I have, but I'm not gonna tell her. Tell me where he is. Whoa, chill.
That's the vibe I'm getting from here.
What would you rate this show?
I give it like a solid 8.
That's what I gave it.
Like I said, and they set
that's
it for
kinda
a second
where I was
season.
leaning.
So,
7.
and I think
The
I'm gonna like
second
the
season would
second
be
season
nice.
a lot more.
Yeah.
All I know is I didn't skip the intro or ending.
Yeah,
song.
I didn't either.
I'm just like,
Those were
fuck
too
yeah,
good.
these are bangers.
I just don't know if she's waifu of the season.
Yeah,
Waifu of the
I-
season? Is that
Yeah,
what people are
she's
saying?
up there. Yeah, it's her
Yeah, she
and the one
honestly
main girl
is.
from Licorice Pizza.
I think Licorice Pizza is the
That one
waifu of
makes
the season
sense.
easily.
She is cuter, but God,
Yeah.
I just kind of don't like her.
Are we counting
You just don't
weird,
like happy at it. Well, you just don't like anyone that doesn't beat you. So
I like the other girl.
Yeah, because she'll beat you.
I wish she was the main character.
I don't know. They both had probably just as much screen time as each other. She might have
But
more.
but then like after the second half, she just kind of went in the background of like,
yeah.
she's kind of there.
Yeah, well, makes sense though. All her arc was, I almost killed my friend because I had to save everyone.
And
Get
then
the fuck
everyone
off.
shamed my girl.
Yeah, and then she's like, I fix everything.
Yeah.
That's her arc. That's
And
what
then
her full
they're
arc
like,
was.
Welcome back to the Force.
And she's like, oh, my friend's gonna die. Fuck you guys. I'm gonna help my friend. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna go fuck later.
Yeah. Whoa.
They're definitely
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Come on, they showed like all the panty scenes. Remember that whole episode on panties?
I did like that episode.
You're wearing boxers?
My God. Oh yeah.
Not
God.
even
Man.
cute. Like, but they're comfy.
They're practical.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
My favorite meme of the show is just her sit, her like the stance,
Oh, the-
like
the handstand?
No,
Oh,
like when she sits on like the chair and like open legs.
She's
just-
man spreading.
I was about to say the one I liked was when she was like handstanding and she's trying to hold
Oh,
up
yeah.
her skirt with the one
Oh,
hand.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a
But
lot
I
of
like
fan
I like
service
the
in
OP
it.
meme that they have the kicking their butts.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What I found weird is, you know how she uses like rubber bullets, right?
Yeah.
But like she would shoot the people and like it looks like
Blood.
a blood splatter, and we're like,
Like,
wait,
yeah.
this is fucking fake.
So what they were
Fucking paintball shit.
technically what they're using. So the police force do have it. You can't buy them unless you are police.
Yeah.
There is paintballs that use real chambers. They use it for practice,
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
but they are shot out of like a real gun
Yeah.
with fucking bullet or like powder and stuff.
Yeah.
So it probably hurts like a bitch if you don't
Yeah.
have fucking and you do a headshot. You probably would get knocked out.
Probably use
You'll probably get a
those shit
concussion and whatnot.
bullets.
Yeah.
Well, that's just me. Anyway, what else you watch?
Well,
I
obviously
did not
there's
watch
the-
Double. Did anyone watch the Devil as a Part-Timer season?
No,
No.
it's got real
No.
raw on here.
It looks like garbage, dude. I
Yeah,
don't know
I'm like,
what
I didn't watch it
animation
because
studio
again,
did it.
10 years later, I don't remember this damn show. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
and I didn't want to watch the first season again.
Yeah.
I really didn't.
Studio 3HD.
Who? Because the first one is done by
Dun.
White Bunny, White Fox,
White Fox, bro.
or something like that.
Yeah.
They did the Sword Gale, the one with the
Yeah, this-
alternative one.
This studio has done
That's
has
it.
some stuff I liked. They did Dimension W, Flip Flappers,
I like to mention
Princess
W, bro.
Principal, and the Sword Art Online
oh,
Alternative
they
Gun
did
Gale.
Rifle is Beautiful.
Oh.
I watched that.
I like
It's the
Gun
cute girls shooting the guns.
Yeah, I don't know. I never watched. I didn't watch it again. It's just like I don't remember this show that well. So
Yeah.
it shows to me I shouldn't watch it.
I remember I liked first season.
I love first.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
Exactly.
really 10 years ago?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It was
shit.
10 years. That's why I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. It's one of those shows that like I think had so much hype coming out of the gates because it's the second season of a show that's old, but it might have either just
Yeah.
fell flat, the animation studio's ass, or everyone's hype was here and it was
Oh, of
just
course.
mid.
Of course.
Dude, if they ever do a season 2 of No
Spice
Game
and
No
Wolf?
Life,
Oh, yeah.
I would have to rewatch the first season and the movie.
I won't watch
Yeah.
it.
You wouldn't have to watch the movie.
But I want to.
Do you?
Yeah.
Those are dark times, bro.
Dark times.
Those are dark times.
Extremely
Well, I
dark
enjoyed
times.
this time.
I was like, I think like you don't. I mean, technically, you can watch the movie whenever, right?
Right.
Because it's just a flashback.
But I just want to
Yeah.
watch it all in one
Yeah.
go.
I would start with the movie and then go.
Right. But the
Really?
book's not
I
like
don't know.
that.
Well, it's
Possibly.
Corona. Well, it's in the right order.
It's weird to me because in my head thinking about where that movie is placed, I like where it's supposed to be placed chronologically because it makes sense over the whole story.
Yeah.
But they decided to make it a film, so it's whatever's.
Yeah.
So
I would have. to
I
watch
have
Spice
I have
Wolf one.
all of them and I have both of them in Blu-ray because they were cheap and I was like, oh sure, I'll get the collector's edition.
yeah.
Let's get to your show, bro.
Well, we have how many shows do you have left over there?
I have 3. I was going to just mention. I have like
There's
3-ish.
one big
I was
show.
I was going to ask about Uncle of the Netherworld. I was just going to mention it.
Oh, we talked
because-
about
we
it.
talked
we
about
talked
it a little bit. Yeah.
Ripping pepperonis.
Yeah.
Did anyone?
I haven't
go ahead.
seen any of it because of the production delays.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna wait
the
till
reason
it's
I
done.
watched
Done.
Did you just say rest
Yeah.
in peace and pepperonis?
Yes.
That's what it stands for.
it's
It's R.I.P.
You rest the pepperonis on the ground. Isn't that what you
Ripping
do?
pepperonis, dude. Rest in peace and pepperonis.
I'm gonna put down your tombstone, but
Thanks.
R.I.P. in pepperonis.
you toss pepperonis on his grave.
Instead of flowers, I just want.
But like I said, I started OG-san. It was great. I found it extremely funny. I'm sad it's the war it is. So yeah.
Yeah.
it's a dead show.
Yeah. It looks funny. I want to watch it. I just since it wasn't going to finish the season, I didn't do it. So
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are your other two then?
Made in Abyss.
That's what.
Oh, I forgot.
That's the number one show this season.
forgot that came out this season
I
How'd you
didn't even
forget?
see
Oh
the
my
first
God.
season.
because it was like on High Dive and I
Oh, fucking
yeah,
high dive just
and I
steals
totally
shows,
I
dude.
kind of totally forgot about that because I didn't see anything about it either.
Yeah. I'm fine with
I was
3
tweeting
services
about
right
it.
now, but I wanted to watch it, but then I just forgot to.
Bold of you
Got
to
lazy.
assume that I
I
look at
love
anything
Made
on
in
Twitter.
Abyss, man. Like, I wish we
Twitter?
had more shows like this,
I
dude.
don't.
It's just one of those. It's just one of the animes where I'm just like, oh my god, the art, the story, the characters,
Well, season 1
the
is so good.
gruesomeness.
I forgot that it
music.
came out.
Ugh, it's also
Good
good.
old-
Such a good show.
Good old Kevin.
10 out of 10.
I wouldn't say it's 10 out of 10. Like there's some like what's the best way to
Plot holes.
not plot holes, time. What I'm so out of
Pacing.
it right
Pacing.
now. Pacing issues. I'm like, because it's a lot of flashback.
Oh,
Because it kind of tells like two different stories at the same time. It tells the story, which I think was good,
yeah.
but it goes back and forth between the present and telling what leads up to the events they're going through. Because they eventually go to this floor, and that's the difference between like the past season is like the first season, like, oh, we go down every level. You know, we go down multiple levels. This one's just one level.
Oh,
So it's like the movie. Like you have to watch the movie
yeah.
too, but it's essentially like the movie.
That's where I've stopped. Forgot about
And
movies.
same.
And I think the thing I like about the first season was like going through all these levels. And that was like the really thing I liked about the first season. This season was like, okay, we're just going to explore this first level, which is really cool. It's like the city made of monsters that are intelligent.
Oh, okay.
And how they got there, it shows the flashbacks of that, of like a previous, like the first team, like the first group of adventurers that went down this hole.
Interesting.
And it's like so dark and it's so good. Oh my God.
I mean, Made in Abyss is just good though.
Yeah.
You
It's
need
just
to like
so good.
if you've missed anything this season, watch this. Like honestly, just watch it.
Fuck, I
This
totally,
is
I
the
totally,
number one anime
I
of the
totally
season.
forgot Made in Abyss came out.
Yeah,
Gosh.
no. As soon as I heard this is coming out, I was like, "This is the show of this
Oh, yeah.
season for me."
Yeah. I think it was like everyone's most anticipated show for this season too.
And not many people were talking about it because it's on High Dive,
on
and
High
Yeah, it was on High Dive.
there's
yeah.
other stuff too. Yeah,
And
Fuck you, High
and that's why I
Dive.
forgot about it because I mean I know what's it called? Call of the Night was on there and stuff as
Yeah.
well.
That's why I forgot
But
about it.
but I saw like so many like memes and weird little gifs and stuff from that one.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh yeah, there's this show. I totally spaced.
It's weird
because
to
I didn't see
say.
anything of Made in Abyss while it was going.
It's
Well,
weird.
I
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah. It's weird to say. I think High Dive is having some of the best shows, period, of most of these seasons.
Now, yeah.
Yeah. They're
yeah.
just-
Right now,
This next season that it equalizes
That's gonna be Crunchyroll.
quite a lot more.
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
Crunchyroll's getting the big ones.
Well,
but
of course, but I think High
And
Dive
Disney
still
Plus.
has a big. Well, we don't talk
yeah.
about Disney Plus.
Do it summertime rendering.
I guess I could talk about that really quickly too. But just kind of wrap up. Made in Abyss, watch it. It's such a good show.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It-
I really need to go
I agree
watch
with that.
one.
Yeah. Summertime rendering. It was all right. I
I remember when you were saying it's like the best show of last season.
well, here's the thing. It was like a dark horse. The first half is really good. The second half drags on a little bit.
Oh, really?
There's
Interesting.
there's a certain character that dies in the second part that needed to die much earlier.
Oh,
There's some
Detective
certain
girl.
events that needed to happen, in my opinion, much earlier in the show.
Okay.
It was still really damn good. It's
Yeah, yeah,
still
yeah.
good. But I think there's some things they could have explored on that were rushed.
oh, okay.
Fuck you,
And
Disney.
I'll kind of leave it at that. I don't want to get too much into it unless you
Is it even
want
out
me
on
to
Disney
spoil it.
Plus fully now?
No, don't spoil it. I want to watch it.
I don't-
I've only
I
seen
don't
the
think
first part.
I don't think it's fully out yet. I have all the episodes on my computer if you just want me to
Okay.
give them to you.
so it is on Disney. Though.
Ooh. They
But
need
it was
Do
good.
you have
I
it
liked
dubbed?
it. They introduced some interesting stuff. which
Look
is
at
kind
Bob.
of- Nah.
Then I'm gonna watch it.
I agree with Bob at this point. I'm like, if it's on something I can watch dubbed really quick and
Yeah,
catch
yeah.
up, I'll just do it at this point. Too
Yeah.
many shows. Too many goddamn shows every season.
Yeah.
Like this next season.
Like Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
That's Eddie's favorite show.
Do you want me? Do you want me to just say what I gave this show?
Yes.
What'd you give it?
6?
5.
I give it a 7.5.
What the fuck?
Well, you got to think about this, Eddie. It hits all your niches. It does. This show is made for just you. Like, I think it's great. I think it's like a 9.5
Yeah, yeah.
easily, but maybe a 10. but
I'll start with
Eddie's
the
like,
goods.
it's a 40.
I'll start with the goods to defend myself. Okay.
Okay.
Can I
Okay,
start with
okay,
the good?
okay.
You
Sure.
hate, you hated
No,
the
you gotta
ending,
start with the
didn't
bad.
you? You have to start
No.
with the bad.
So
We already
here's
talked
the
about
thing,
the good.
We already know what's good
animation-
about this show.
And I know, that's why I'm going to quickly try to go through it. Because you already did the whole thing, I listened to it. And I was just like, I get your points. But here are my
But I
points.
disagree.
Dude, fuck you.
I'll fight you. Let's go.
Go ahead.
And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm not recording
Let's go.
there, because I knew I'd not leave the house.
Let's
I
go.
love the tweet.
We about to throw hands.
Don't worry, I know where you live.
I'm going to be disinvited from going to Japan now.
We about to throw hands, dude. This is what's about to happen.
we just tell them the wrong dates to Japan.
Oh,
All right. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
So I like the animation is great. Trigger does
Okay.
great with this. They were
Okay.
fantastic. They were able to flesh their creative spirits out with, doing stuff they really can't do in other shows.
Yeah.
Like, holy
Full
crap.
throttle.
Like, that
Those-
bone scene when he just destroys that dude and all his bones and all his guts just splatter across the wall. Holy crap.
All the nudity, which was something
Step.
they've never done fully before. Or close to it, I guess.
And I like
Wait.
the setting. The setting's really cool. I love. So
Yes.
I've not played the game. I love Ghost in the Shell and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Great stuff.
Okay.
I love the setting. Now it gets to my problems.
All right. Let's
This
hear
is
it.
where I just stopped the recording. I got you guys.
just bleeping.
and maybe it's because I might want more than I'm getting from the show.
Okay.
And maybe it is because
He
it's
wanted a
tragedy.
24 episode series.
Then we are.
Maybe that's maybe.
Actually, I
I'm
don't
trying
know
to
if I
understand
did.
why he's a high schooler. Why does he have to be a high schooler,
because
man?
it's anime.
He's not
it's
high school dude. He's a
anime.
dropout.
I
That's
know,
true.
but
He
it's
has
just
a
kind of like
GED.
they have the potential to actually do like
An adult one.
like more of an adult show, I guess.
Wait, is Lucy
Like-
also in high school age?
No, she's
Is
20.
she an adult?
She's 20.
She's
Bro,
20.
bro.
Yeah.
It's
She's
anime.
going after a high schooler.
It's fucking anime. How
there
much anime do we just talk about?
There was a time gap, bro.
Overlord.
I mean,
Every
te-
show
I
the
mean,
same,
I mean
though.
technically,
It's just
after
kind
the
of like-
time gap, he's like 20.
Yeah,
20
well, he's
something.
probably of age at that
Yeah.
point.
but I'm just saying, and sure, dystopian future. Minors
Yeah.
have sex with adults, whatever.
Yeah.
For me, but for
It's
me,
anime.
it's just kind of like
It's just gonna be used to-
I think it would have been really cool to have him just be like an adult instead of just being a teenager. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I feel like if you did that, you can't go through like the usual anime arc.
Well,
of,
it's not only that. I'm like thinking about
could
like
have.
the
They did
story.
it. They did it
I'm
with
thinking
them.
about the story in its entirety, and I feel like the reason they did it the way they did
So
is
they could
'cause-
kill his mom.
Yeah, because he's like in that weird. Because he's like end of high school, right? It's like that
Yeah.
late part.
junior, senior.
You're in that weird gray area where you have to like. He's still reliant on like his mother and stuff for everything, but he's borderline where he can be independent.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
death of his mom is what gives them, the kick in the boot to go
Push.
the other
Yeah,
way.
it's a good push. It's a good
And
push. I understand that.
And even the thing is, I feel like you would have to, which is fine, and they could have done it this way, but you would have to rework the beginning in like so many different ways if he started out as an adult, which you can, and I'm not saying you can, and they
This
probably
is
could have
what you
done
do.
that.
He's an adult. His mom is elderly in a home, and
Yeah,
then
you
these
could do
edge
something like that.
runners
Like you can easily do some stuff like
blow
that.
up the old people's house.
In my opinion.
and she dies.
And you can't, but the thing is, then you don't get like then there's no
It's not a-
connection about her with the other guys either,
Yeah.
because,
Right.
because
right.
she's been selling parts to these other people.
I also don't feel
and-
like that's as
Okay.
much of a kick in
Okay.
the dick as being of
I-
her age.
Another thing too, the fact that the big dude wanted his parts apparently, but never really pushed for that.
yeah.
He just silently mentions like, "Oh, your mom got that for me," and it feels like that should have been more of a thing, in my opinion.
all the army grade.
The send
Yeah. Like when during that episode where he was going insane, the big dude was going insane.
yeah.
He was like, he casually mentioned, "I've always wanted your part," or "Your mom
Yeah.
got me your part," or something like that. I was supposed to have that part,
Yeah.
and it felt like that should have been much more of a thing. Like if he really wanted that, I don't know. It feels like if you're really going to put in the
Well,
dystopian,
So, because the thing is, I don't
It
know.
just adds stuff that makes like that pushes me. Like, why didn't we do more of this?
I can understand that, but I mean, and that's a lot of like, there's not enough time,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
more focused on the momentum of it going balls to the wall. So I can understand where that comes from, and I think at that point it is just like a time constraint on a certain.
Like Rebecca
things.
was cut. Like Rebecca disappears in 1/3 of the series.
Because she is like a side character. She just happens to
I
be
know,
that she is
but
a
it's just
really
kinda weird
good
that
side
her, like,
character.
It's just like, oh, I sort of understand it, but I don't know. It's just kind of funny that she just disappears after her brother dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she comes back in a couple
And she
episodes
just
later.
and she just comes back after the time skip with
Yeah.
the big dude's hands.
It's great.
Yep.
Which to me that also makes no
glorious.
sense. It's like they also set up like, oh, that would have been really cool if they like if he kept on adding, if David kept on adding every fallen crew's member's limbs.
No, thank you.
Like they kind of
It's
set up
like
to like, oh, you have the
crafting
skinny
like the
dude's
dude
hands.
from Elden
Now I
Ring.
want yours. But they never even do that.
Yeah, no, because I don't think that's the thing with David though. Like his whole arc, at least after meeting Maine, it's very you know what this show reminds me of because I
And
rewatched
I think that's the reason why I'm not really liking this is because they keep on doing stuff and they don't do it where I think they're going to go.
Oh, okay. I mean, for me, because this whole arc, it's funny because I just watched this recently. I watched Treasure Planet recently. And I feel like
Okay.
the relationship between David and Maine
yeah.
is kind of that relationship between Jim Hawkins and Long John Silver.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. And that's why.
So keep going.
Fuck.
I get
No.
where you're coming from. on
And
that,
I feel like
kinda agree,
that's the whole arc, right? And that's why he doesn't pick up anybody else. The only reason he picks up Maine's in general is because to him, Maine is this father figure
But
that
doesn't
he
pick
never
up
had
Maine's,
growing
it
up.
seems like. Am I crazy?
What?
It seems like Rebecca picked up Maine's.
No, he picked up his role, I think. Or like,
Yeah. Because I don't
okay.
think, but I don't think those hands are his either because they're like different colors and they're weird.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, you can-
and David
you
has
can-
the launcher that Maine had in his arm because he's using the same
Oh,
like
you're right. Yeah,
shotgun
you're right.
launcher in
He
his arm.
does.
But I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't feel like any of the parts that were they actually picked up from the other people. I just picture you just upgraded.
Well,
into
because he
same
had
stuff.
because he
That's
had the
what I thought.
arms.
That's true.
Because
yeah.
that's what he's holding at the end
Yeah,
of
when he's
episode
running
6.
away, yeah.
He's holding his arms. But
Yeah. So he
Makes
has
sense.
them. It just, I don't know. It almost looked like Rebecca had them, if anything, than him, which was weird to me.
I forgot she had big hands for a second.
at the very end,
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah,
Her
like
dual
after the
shotguns?
Yeah,
after the
totally
time skip, she
forgot.
comes back with the
Yeah,
big
yeah.
arms. I'm like, wait, what the heck?
I just pictured she upgraded. I didn't think about like people taking shit from other people. I'm just like,
I
yeah,
think
they
it was
upgrade
just
each
too
other.
short for me not to think about anything. It was like, yes.
There's just so much happens
because you're
so
caught up
quickly.
in the momentum
Yeah.
of it.
It's just like whip.
And that's the
whip,
thing.
you're
I can
constantly
get
going.
like, I don't know. They introduce like, and maybe it's a problem with Trigger shows for me in general. Is Trigger
Yeah.
has like a plot that goes on for the first half, and then they're like, oh, we're now going to introduce a whole different plot in the second half.
I do agree with that. Trigger does this.
It does
Trigger
it
does
a
that
lot.
and, it's
Uh-huh.
and I think I'm really tired out of that, which sucks.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And this one was better. I think this was one better
Yeah.
because they kind of were like, oh, because in the first few episodes, they're like, you know, they had the interaction with the high school kid and everything like that. but
Yeah,
he
yeah,
just
yeah.
disappeared.
kid.
I just like how that high school kid just disappears. I kind of wish he came back for revenge. I don't
thought
know.
for half a second.
I don't know.
I just
they,
feel like
they
he's
killed
not
his
important.
dad.
Yeah.
It's like
But his
it's your
dad's
standard.
important, though. His dad,
His dad
comes
is,
back.
but the kid's not important. Well, I mean, the dad goes until a certain episode, and then he's
I thought the kid
dad-
was going to become the main bad guy at the end.
But it's just like, why is it like David killed your dad, dude? Why he punched you in high school? I'm surprised that he didn't come
I
back.
thought,
You know, it's just like some little things that's like you leave some little stuff, like little plot threads that I
Yeah.
expect to go somewhere and they don't. And maybe that's my issue with this show. It's just like
He just didn't expect where it went.
I just
They're
expect
like, oh,
where
it
it
doesn't.
went.
It's like
Maybe
the end, I'm
that's
just
my
like,
fault.
what
I
the
totally
fuck?
admit this is my fault.
yeah.
Okay, what I thought was, you know the main bad guy at the end? What's his name?
The
Adam.
what?
Adam
Adam
Smasher.
Adam Smasher. Yeah.
I
And he
thought,
just comes out of nowhere too.
yeah, he comes out of
It's just
nowhere.
like-
But I thought he was the kid that he beat up in episode
That's what
one.
I thought it was going to be too.
wait, what?
And then he wasn't. I'm just like, whoa, what a waste.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, oh, they're going to bring back that guy at the end. Interesting.
No, yeah,
I
yeah.
thought he
They
like
did it,
that
like, yeah,
modeled
whatever.
the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
Because the other thing too, what I think with this show, and I think it what happens with like the setting in general, because the setting has so much baggage
Yeah.
that comes
Yeah.
with it, is the idea like, because and this is what I loved about this show in general, is it's not necessarily that it's all self-contained. It's the idea that you're just watching a snippet of people's lives in this show, and it has that baggage. So, because Adam Smasher is such a big figure
Yeah.
in like this whole world and stuff, and it only makes sense for him to be at the top of Arasaka Tower,
Yeah.
because that's just the way the world functions. So, and the problem, like when you don't have that context either, like that, you know, you get weird things like that. So what I like is this show follows the internal logic of its world like fully, which it might not necessarily be the best for some story beats, but it makes sense internally.
And that's why I'm kind of like, that's why I'm like preferencing, like, I never played the game.
Yeah.
I get this show might not be where I wanted to go, and I totally understand that. I'm not trying to be like, how dare it do that. It's just kind of...
And maybe that's and as a person who loves world building, just me, like, one of the biggest gripes I ever have with any series is a series that doesn't follow its own internal logic. And so, so something I really loved about this show is understanding what the internal logic of this world is. This show follows it, like, to a T. From everything from design aspect, it's just like the entire, like, designing principle of the show is so deeply bedded into this world. And I feel like this is like a perfect snapshot of that, which is why I love it.
Yeah,
but I can understand.
And that's what I kind of like about it. It's just like the world is amazing. I love everything surrounding these characters. I love the characters in general, too.
But I feel
I just think the story is very meh.
Yeah, I understand that. I feel like everything story-wise in here is so embedded. Every design decision is just embedded because of what that world is and what it is and what it represents. And I mean, it's not. And the thing I think of like characters and stuff like this, right? Like the stepping stone characters that a hero goes through at the beginning doesn't necessarily mean they come at the end. And I feel like that's also like it's also like a trope that I feel like they use so much now we expect it.
Yeah.
But if you look at standard myth, that is never the case.
Yeah, I get that.
Like the villain a character beats up at the beginning never comes back. Ever.
Yeah.
Because that's just how story structure on a very old mythological basis functions. And I understand like when you have like a Chekhov's gun or something, and it's always nice to have the callback and everything, and it's great. But I feel like it's almost better not to expect it in certain cases because that's just not the story they're trying to tell.
But the thing is, they do it though. They do it with the high schoolers, the dad, the high school dad that he beat, the high schooler he beat up. The dad is like, he comes back in the middle of it, and he's a pretty central plot point because he's the one who's trying to be like, oh, this David guy, he has some interesting side. He's good at cybernetics. His body can handle it well. We want to use him, and that gets pushed on. So I don't know why they don't do more of that.
I mean, they do to a certain point, right?
No,
and the whole like back end of the series, right, is just dealing with the fallout of what he does to the kid's dad.
Yeah, and that's why I'm kind of like, I kind of wish they pushed more into that. I guess there's
that
a lot
makes
more.
Sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting at.
Yeah. I feel you.
And yeah, so it's just, again, it's a solid show.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's just not my anime of the year sort of stuff. And I was surprised when I'm seeing all these other YouTubers being like, it's the best show. It's amazing. I'm like, and for me, I'm like, am I just a Criterion? Aquarian?
Probably.
Aren't we all?
Equestrian?
I don't know, man.
Yes, I'm a horse person.
It's my anime of the year. I don't think of anything this year for me that comes close to what this is.
He even put the game as his favorite game of the year when it came out.
No, I didn't.
He did.
But
I heard him.
But going back into the game has been fucking great. But
now I want to play the game now. It's just
it's so
funny
much
that
fun.
it's just ugh.
I'll play when it's like $10.
I bet it when it's free. When it's on
I just
sale,
also
I'll
like
play
how
it.
Rebecca was not supposed to be in this show.
Oh,
Yeah.
CD Projekt Red's just like, yeah, can you not do that? And Trigger's like, no.
Wally.
She's already in there.
It's too late. Look at what we did, and then now she's like everyone's favorite character. So I mean,
It's like we're
so
Trigger.
funny.
We
I
know
love
what to
Rebecca.
do. Fuck off.
dude, it's fucking great. I mean, I told him in the
love-
last episode, but you like can find her gun in the fucking game, and I'm like, this is all I'm
Yeah.
using. This is all I'm using for the rest of this game now.
will-
Let's go.
I will argue that I think just Trigger has some of the best just character like
Yeah.
designs
Because they just
and
make
writing.
such memorable
Yeah,
characters.
because even
They
if
really
you go through
do.
some of the shitty shows,
Yeah.
the characters are still decent.
Yeah, like I fucking hate Kisniver, but goddamn, are those character designs
God,
good?
yeah.
Oh,
Man,
Oh,
dude.
that Star Wars Trigger episode.
Yeah,
Pretty great.
which one?
They only had one.
they have two.
Two.
They had two.
Yeah. One of them
Yeah.
doesn't look like Trigger.
Yeah.
The one with the twins.
The
Okay.
Twins is like my favorite
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
The other one
Yeah.
was the black and white one, wasn't it?
No.
Wait, which one was it?
It's the one where they're fighting the old Sith.
Oh yeah.
The one, like
Yeah,
the one that you
that
would never
one-
be able to tell that was a Trigger
Yeah.
show.
Crap, what was
Yeah.
one?
But
I don't
the
know. I
twin
forgot who
one-
did that one.
That one was good.
God tier.
Yes,
Yeah.
very trigger.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like I said,
Very triggered,
Cyberpunk's
must
alright. I don't think it's my anime of the year, but I liked it.
I kind of
Okay,
agree
so-
with it, but I'd probably put this easily in the top.
I
3
can't
at
decide
least.
yet because the year's not
It's still
over.
it's still like one of the best shows of the
There's
season.
only like I think one
but
big
I just
show
don't think
this
it's the
season.
best.
This year, sorry,
Yeah.
we haven't seen.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens when Chainsaw Man goes
Yeah.
through. But
We have so many good shows next season. I'm so
yeah.
excited.
This season, some would argue.
and then the
Chainsaw
Gundam is
Man,
great.
Spy Family,
No,
Mob,
Yep.
My Hero, but whatever.
My hero.
That doesn't deserve to be in the same breath.
It's in the same
Bro,
bracket.
you must
we
be
have.
joking.
To Your Eternity,
Oh,
that's
you're
season
right, you're
2.
right, you're right.
Oh fuck, man.
Golden Community Season 4. We now all know their dick sizes.
Okay.
I knew that they have been ranked by the author.
Their dick sizes have been ranked.
Thank you for.
I like how the main villain has the smallest dick, by the way.
Spoilers.
I would like to say so. We're like this is probably one of the worst seasons we've seen, right?
Yeah.
We have spent an hour and a half talking about
know,
it.
I
Wait
was
until
realizing
next
that.
season.
Oh fuck.
We
next
will be
season.
here for 4 hours. We're gonna do a 2-part. thing.
Reincarnated
We're
as a
gonna-
sword is next season.
Oh, I forgot that's
I have
next
a-
season.
I have a Gundam
It's
show
this
next
season
season. I have
now.
a flipping Gundam show.
I know.
There's 2 episodes out
Did you watch-
already.
Did you watch the prologue?
Yes, I watched the prologue.
Dude, that thing
I
had
liked
me
it.
crying at the end.
I liked it a lot.
They hit me right in the feels.
Okay, thank you for watching.
yeah, we'll
Before
talk-
we go,
we'll talk about it next time.
Seasons.
Michael,
Seven
are you,
Deadly Sins
are you
will be
releasing
coming out
any
next season
videos?
too. Oh my god, yay.
You got any videos
You
coming
got any
up?
videos coming out?
I finished the Boruto. That was a fun, dumb video I loved. There might be some Bleach videos coming out this next few weeks.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Nice, nice. Check them out. I like his. They feel like essays almost.
Mm-hmm.
Essay
That's the
videos.
point.
That's
yes.
the point. There. That's
Some would call
Yes.
them video
Essays.
essays.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
that is
Go
the
for it.
entire medium.
Very essays.
It's not like I'm 10 years too late to this subject.
It's okay. We know the feeling.
very well articulated. Not like our podcast. We're like, it's
Bro,
good.
I give it a 5. Why? I don't know.
I hate asking you guys shit sometimes.
Yeah, it's fine. It's the beeps and the boops.
Why'd you hate it? I don't know. I didn't vibe with it.
I just didn't vibe with
There's
this.
this one character. I don't know their name. I don't know what they were there for. Just didn't like them.
Thank
I
you guys
wasn't paying
for
attention.
Thank you guys for watching. We will see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
See
Go
ya.
check out our stickers and everything else. Yeah.
Etsy.com.
Goodbye.
Dude, but Gundam?